Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me today as we reflect on a pivotal moment for Wendy's. Not just another quarterly earnings report, but a strategic recalibration of what it means to operate a fast food chain in challenging times. The announcement that Wendy's will be closing hundreds of U.S. restaurants is more than a headline. It's a signal that the business of burgers, fries, and shakes is undergoing serious change. Let's begin with the facts. Wendy's interim CEO, Ken Cook, during the company's recent earnings call, revealed that the chain will close a mid-single-digit percentage of its approximately 6,000 U.S. locations, translated into between 200 and 350 stores, over the next year or so. These closures are targeted at restaurants that are consistently underperforming, that do not elevate the brand, and are dragging down franchisees' financial performance. In addition, Wendy's reported domestic comparable same-store sales declined by 4.7% in the U.S., a clear signal that consumer behavior is shifting and the company's previous growth engines are under pressure. Why does this matter? First, because Wendy's is one of America's iconic burger chains, founded in 1969, with a brand identity known for square patties, the Frosty, and a bold marketing voice. It is not a small player. Yet in this moment, Wendy's is acknowledging that tough choices must be made to reinvest in stronger locations, refresh the brand, and strengthen franchisee profitability. Second, the decision to shutter hundreds of stores speaks to several broader forces converging. Consumer spending pressure. As households wrestle with inflation, higher costs of living, and tighter budgets, discretionary restaurant visits, especially mid-price burger chains, may be among the first to feel the squeeze. This helps explain the drop in same-store sales for Wendy's. Competitive intensity. Wendy's competes not only with legacy players like McDonald's and Burger King, but an ever-expanding field of fast-casual, delivery-focused, value-oriented offerings. When rivals are posting growth, Wendy's must ask, why are we not? Franchisee economics and location viability. Franchisees bear the costs of operations, real estate, labor, supply. If some locations consistently underperform, pulling capital from them may make more sense than trying to rejuvenate. Wendy's leadership is clearly identifying that some units are a drag and that resources might yield better returns if redeployed. Let us consider the implications of this strategy. For employees and communities, closing 200350 restaurants affects not only the corporate balance sheet, but real human lives, restaurant staff, managers, supplier relationships, local franchise owners. In some towns or neighborhoods, the loss of a Wendy's may mean diminished food service access, fewer local jobs, and reduced local economic activity. For franchise owners, the chain statement emphasizes that this action is to strengthen the system and enable franchisees to invest more capital and resources in their remaining restaurants. For franchisees at locations identified as underperforming, this may mean being offered the chance to upgrade, relocate, or exit. For those at stronger sites, the expectation may be more investment in remodels, menu innovation, technology. For the brand and future growth, the decision to close stores is part of Wendy's larger turnaround plan, often referenced in press as Project Fresh or similar revitalization efforts. By cleaning up the lower-performing units, Wendy's hopes to free up capital, improve average unit economics, sharpen the value proposition, invest in new menu items. For example, its chicken tenderloin, Tendies, has been cited as a bright spot. For the industry and economy, Wendy's move is symptomatic of a wider story. As consumers pull back, restaurant chains, especially those with large footprints of legacy or underperforming units, must reassess their real estate, value proposition, capital allocation, and cost structures. The closures may foreshadow further consolidation or repositioning across food service segments. Now, what can we learn, and what should stakeholders keep an eye on? Selectivity matters. Wendy's is saying, we will keep the locations that elevate the brand and perform. That means not all stores are equal. Some may have outmoded format, weak demographics, high cost base, or brand-weakening placements. Moving forward, the chain's success depends on saturating its strongest markets, innovating where demand is highest, and pruning the drag. Innovation must be real and sustained. Closing stores buys breathing room, but it's not enough. Wendy's must invest in product innovation, new sandwiches, chicken, value offers, digital and delivery enhancements, in-store experience, and cost efficiency. The success of Tendies suggests product momentum can help. Franchisee alignment is critical. Franchisees must see that the capital they deploy will generate returns. If Wendy's is shrinking store count yet still investing heavily in remodels and tech, the return on investment must be clear to owners and to the market. Consumer versus macro headwinds. Even the strongest brand cannot entirely escape macroeconomic stress. Inflation, labor costs, supply chain costs, shifts in dining habits, more delivery, more convenience, more value. Wendy's is being pulled by those forces. Its response must be both reactive, trim the underperformers, and proactive, revise value, format, brand relevance. Transparency and pacing matter. The company has reported what it intends, but has not yet published a detailed list of closures or a regional breakdown. The success of the plan will depend on how well the company executes with clarity, how smooth the transition is for staff/franchisees, and how quickly operations rebound in remaining stores. In closing, the story of Wendy's closing hundreds of restaurants is not just about contraction, it is about transformation. It is about recognizing that the old footprint, the old formula, no longer serves the company or the consumer as effectively as it once did. It is about realigning for a new era of fast food where value, speed, convenience, digital integration, and consumer expectations are shifting rapidly. For Wendy's, the path forward will not be simple. It will require tough decisions, execution discipline, investment in the future while managing the present. For franchisees, it will require adaptation, capital deployment, and confidence in the brand's direction. For consumers, it will mean reconsidering how and where they eat, what value they expect, and what brand experiences matter to them. Let us watch this chapter for Wendy's as a case study of how legacy brands respond in times of pressure. Will pruning lead to strength, or will contraction simply signal decline? Will the stores that remain become vibrant, modern hubs of value and experience, or will the brand struggle to fill the gap left by closed units? The next 12 to 24 months will tell. For Wendy's, for the fast food industry, and for all who serve, consume, or invest in it, the question is not just how many stores will close, but what will the remaining stores look like, how will they perform, and how will the brand evolve? Thank you.